Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, places binding by AFTERBIRTH Plus. Last run, I'm a little cheesed. OBS, and I know that people are gonna say, YouTubers, they always blame YouTube, they always blame OBS or XSplit when something goes wrong. I had a 1 hour and 50-minute long video, cuts out an hour and 20 minutes in. Your boy's been in this business for a long time. Since Jake Paul was 11 years old, I've been making videos. If you've ever trusted me on one thing, trust me on this. I could have inadvertently hit the stop recording hotkey. I doubt it. It's in a nondescript place on the keyboard, but I think we just had a rare technical glitch. If you want a recap, finished rerun. Rerun's done. Killed Hush, killed Boss Rush, killed Shoal, obviously killed the Dark Womb like 4 times. I then went back. I went to the chest. I beat the chest. I got sucked into the... No, I didn't get sucked into Mega Satan. Did I kill him? No, I got sucked into Delirium instead. No, wait, I'm trying to think now. Anyway, I know that none of this stuff appears, and that's why I got confused at the end of the episode you never saw. I did kill Mega Satan, I went down to Delirium, but I died on the Void instead of... Like, I never even got to fight Delirium. But I guess because on the last run of Rerun, you respawn as like a super unique version of the Lost, those didn't count for whatever reason, but still. Even in spite of the technical issues, last run was an all-time banger. 3M, 3F, RDWK. Hilariously, despite having an incredible run, I have died as the Lost, which I find very funny. Like, our run ended in failure, even if you didn't see it. It ended in, like, meta failure as a result of the... Oh, let's go. If it's bad trip, we gotta run quick. That's fine. It ended in meta failure because the video, of course, had some issues as well, but it was still, like, one of the best runs I've ever had in my entire Isaac career, no doubt. We knocked Rerun out of the equation, which is one of the most annoying achievements in the game, no doubt, and this time, it's actually really nice. We can focus on just beating the chest. I don't think we want that. We can focus on just beating the chest, which is fairly easy. I mean, just starting with Guppy's head has me feeling, I wouldn't say 100% confident, but has me feeling pretty good about the whole situation. We'll Joker on the first floor. It's not good necessarily because we already have essentially the exact same abilities, but not necessarily bad either. And now we have Deal with the Devil Precedent, which means it's going to be tough to fight Mega Satan, but that's fine. We can knock this stuff out in subsequent runs. I think OBS is too quiet. I think OBS should be raised, if you give me a moment. Open volume mixer. Crank on that OBS. Crank on that Afterbirth Plus. Just give it a little bit of a boost. I like to keep the audio low, but, you know, at some point it's too low. So I've been watching, sometimes Rob or Austin, they'll link me to another stream on Twitch. I've been watching other streams on Twitch. Maybe I'm vain. I want my voice to be front and center in the mix. I watch some other streams and they're like, hey guys, how's it going? My name's, you know, Super Brrrr. Or they shoot like a burst of machine gun fire and you can't hear what they're saying. They keep in-game voice on and all you hear in the background is, you know, people shouting the names of Twitch emotes. And I don't understand it, but... You know, it's because, again, I've been at this so long. I'm a relic. I'm a dinosaur. I'm the oldest 29-year-old on the internet. I don't know why. The first thing I thought of is please give me missing poster. I think we're just gonna go... Oh, wait a minute. We did not even go to the item room. That's laziness. That's laziness and churlish. We're not gonna do that again. That was a... You know, one bad turn deserves another, except not. I don't know what I'm even talking about. Here, throw down a bomb. You've squandered it. Throw down yet another bomb. You have unsquandered it. I can tell you straight up, go play that seed, leave it in the comments. What's in the item room? I'm either gonna take the L, or we're an accidental genius. See, even though I might be the oldest 29-year-old on the internet, I'm hip with the modern parlance. Take an L, for example. That means you take the L out of YOLO, so you just go, YO! There's a series idea for you. Northernlion explains things the kids say. I understand yeet. I've seen the Vine. Yeah, yeet. It's like the sound you make when you pull the trigger of an invisible gun for some reason. I don't know why. But it is what it is. What else? Suspect. I'm very familiar with that. I've been at this long enough that if you were watching these videos in like 2012 and you're like, NL's not hip. Shut up, Dad. You're now in the position that I was in when I first started making these videos. How does it feel? What's the quote from The Simpsons? I was with it, then they changed what it was, and now it makes me feel uncomfortable. And it'll happen to you too. Doesn't make me feel uncomfortable, really. I'm in a good place in my life. I'm happy being the world's oldest 29-year-old. I like it. I'm not against it. Yes, please. Hive mind. You know, I look back like Marcus Aurelius on the trials and tribulations of youth, the constant quest for coolness, starring Sonic the Hedgehog, and I say to myself, thank God I don't have to worry about that anymore. One day I might have to worry about it again, but the secret to being cool is you work hard, you take pride in yourself, and you do what your wife tells you, and then you're cool. It's cruise control for cool. Now, place a bomb down. We're actually steamrolling, and we're gonna continue to do so. We're gonna continue to do. You can't stop me. I don't have any damage upgrades, but oh, stop. I was very afraid of that, actually. We need a bomb. That had to happen. We were getting a little scary. You are not being very nice to me, game. I mean, I'm not upset by the fact that you keep giving me Krampus's head, but a lump of coal wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. You know, it's a fun item. It's a passive item. I think we've gotten Krampus's head like 5 or 6 times in a row here. If we hadn't gotten Guppy's head, I would be psyched to have Krampus's head, but... So how does the run look? It's nice, you know, on the 3rd floor you make a little bit of a judgment call based on how you feel. Certainly, I am feeling like we really messed up skipping that item room. Excuse me. Because we're a little bit behind the 8 ball. We have improved our DPS, but only very slightly. Guppy's head is an incredible item, but... And with Hive Mind especially, but, you know, on most rooms, that's not gonna clear 50% of the room. It might clear 25% of the room, and Little Chub's doing what it can, which is, you know, between 0 and a decent amount, depending on whether or not it actually hits an enemy, but we're certainly not at, you know, easy... lost victories yet. You know, you can see I'm taking damage on some of these rooms. And by taking damage, I mean losing our Holy Mantle Shield. But that's going to be dangerous, you know? We can't reliably do that and expect to come away with a win. So, we do need to start playing a little bit better. I've been a little sloppy to start. But, I mean, at the same time, first off, that's piercing shots. But at the same time, you got to cut me a little slack. Even if you only saw, you know, 110 minutes, or 80 minutes of it. That was a 110-minute Isaac episode I recorded, like, about 15 hours ago. So, the fact that I'm not burned out is kind of stellar in and of itself. But, yeah, we might be a little bit sloppy, you know? It's like when you have a hard day at the gym. Next day, your muscles are a little bit sore. See, I wouldn't know, because last time I exercised was when I tore my knee running along Jericho Beach in sunny Vancouver, British Columbia, but apart from that, I'm sure that I've been told on the forums and the BBS Usenet message servos that that's how it works. We have a unique problem now, or at least a relatively unique problem. Nothing in Isaac is really unique after 2,100 hours or so of gameplay, but we got an interesting problem. Our shot speed is bad, because our range is bad. That's a terrible item for us right here, and I you know, no love lost, unfortunately. Satanic Bible, thanks for giving me a chance for Bookworm, but apart from that, if you could just sit yourself down, I wouldn't be too displeased about it. Piercing shots is great. We're gonna excel right now on rooms that have enemies that are easy to get close to, like these guys, you can just get an angle on them. And rooms that have a lot of enemies with low HP. Against bosses, we're still kind of in the same, same spot. Against enemies like bonies, we're in a very dangerous spot because we really don't want to get close to them. And we should remind ourselves that on the end of the last run, we just got so strong that nothing could hurt us. This is not the case on this run. You know, we could eat it pretty hard. So it's important for us to stay smart here. Don't give the bonies much of a chance. You might have to peek them a little. But you've been playing Rainbow Six, you're not gonna die to a bony. It's like dying to an anchored capkin. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Fa 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 fa. No more bonies, please. No more of these guys either. Like, they're a nightmare to deal with. That'll do. I'd like to see, like, shop champion belt, shop car battery, shop jumper cables. I mean, I'd just like to see the shop in general. Let's see if we can make that happen. Cuba meat is fine. I maintain that if you have Holy Mantle, even if you are the Lost. Oh, that was real dumb. There's some productive orbital plays you can make. At least before you lose invincibility. I'm upset. I'm a little bit upset, to be honest with you. I didn't need to place that bomb. I chose to place that bomb, and that's... Pestilence actually bodied us with, like, a Rube Goldberg machine. That was like Mr. Magoo, and that's why I'm mad. But... That's okay, you know? We're gonna work through it. We're gonna work through it. That was sloppy play. I shouldn't have been hit at all on Pestilence, but definitely, like, not that early. Put us on the back foot. Alright. We're gonna be smarter now. There's no excuse to die on that one, but if I'm doing the post-mortem, if I'm writing cause of death, I'm putting a couple different things in the ledger. One of the things I'm putting in the ledger is, Cuba Meat didn't, well, not Cuba Meat, sorry. Deal with the Devil was garbage. Both times. And I do mean both times. DPS never improved, and then a couple of sloppy plays. Hey, you know, you could be on top of the world. You ever see Doctor Strange? Top of the world, one wrong turn leaves you in a bad state. Trying to get the power to use your hands back from Tilda Swinton in a Kathmandu spiritual tea house. That's not spoilers, it happens within the first 45 minutes of the movie or so. The only movie you can spoil within the first 45 minutes is Up. It's written in the Guinness Book of World Records. Plus, you can't have it both ways. If the discourse on the internet is going to be that all superhero movies follow the same formula, can't spoil it. It's very simple. Hero starts, normal dude, character flaw. Gets brought back down to earth by his transformation, or her transformation, into a superhero. Villain surfaces, reminding them of their personal flaw just when they're on the top of the world. They overcome themselves and the villain in the final act. Oh, that was a little dicey. Yeah, okay. So I love the D20 when I can use it properly, which doesn't happen all that often, but we did get Guppy's Tail, we got keys, we got the D20. The D20 combined with Guppy's Tail actually has some pretty solid utility because the chest gets re-rolled along with any consumables that are inside of it. So there's something to this. It's still worse than the last run, but it has a genuine, verifiable chance to get better. No question about it. I don't really want to go to the shop, though. This floor is all about maybe... You know what? If we want to keep our Mega Satan dream alive, what we should probably do is just actually ignore our deal with the devil here. Or go inside of it and then leave, rather. And we're definitely guaranteed to get it, but... If it's duality, that would be an exception, but apart from that, we might just want to try to court deals with the angel instead. Now, I think we can place more bombs I want to wait until he's about to do his attack. No! Just because Little Horn, with essentially base DPS, you know, he's a little bit cumbersome. A little annoying. We know as soon as we place a bomb, he's going to teleport, though, so it might just be faster to do something like this. He's not placing his own bombs, either. Alright. Mild DPS improvement. I should have re-rolled the Spirit Hearts, but, you know, my resolve to not take a deal with the devil essentially changes on the head of a pin when we get Brimstone in there. Brimstone, not just an excellent high damage item in almost all circumstances. There are the rare circumstances where it's garbage, but in that case, it doesn't make it garbage. It's garbage because it's garbage, and Brimstone just can't salvage it, but... also the base of so many fun synergies that I will, as long as we haven't had it in our very most proximate recent run, I will accept no discourse about Brimstone being boring. We're in a post-boring Brimstone era. You can still take the pills. Just if you have bad trip, you just leave immediately. And I think I'm content with Rusted Key. Are you a wizard? Not relevant with Brimstone. It's alright. Still just running it through. It's an incredibly good chest. Is Rusted Key... I was under the impression that Rusted Key gave you more chests. Or a higher chance for a chest to spawn, rather, if we're being as unambiguous as possible. The fact that we got a really high bounty out of that one chest makes me think that maybe... it also improves the quality of chests, but it's a trinket that's been in the game so long. I probably should not be trying to rework my opinion of it, or my idea of it. It already took me, you know, this long just to understand what it does in the first place. I don't really care if it's wait what. I think Tech X does nothing. No, it's right. That's quite the opposite. It's actually exceptional with Brimstone. Yeah, don't throw this run away. You're rolling. You gotta take restock here. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Tarot Cloth. I think Tarot Cloth is probably... it's up there as far as, like, best shop item in the game. A well-placed tarot card can just win you the game to begin with, but then, you know, with Tarot Cloth, it gets even better. But restock is just, it's got more long-term potential. We don't need another one makes you larger. I don't want to be breaking things. We start breaking mushrooms, the whole run could just go up in smoke like a Cheech and Chong film. Should I pick up, or should I just keep crushing mushrooms? So, absolutely operating from a power position. We're dominant right now. We do want to still get a chance to fight Mega Satan. There are multiple ways to get there. Dad's Key is probably the highest percentage one. You know what we should actually do? And I'm loath to think of this on the 4th floor, but we should really start looking at... we should really start looking at second secret rooms, because they can have angel statues. You know, ever since they've made it so all angel statues give you key pieces, it is a lot easier to fight Mega Satan, which is a very positive change for the enjoyment of the game. I'm just gonna moon it up right now. I like this. Still like it. The only, actually, now that I think about it, there's a few different paths, and each path might be like a 1% chance of working, but like, either way, if we can make it work, that's the only thing that matters. So, one of them would be second secret rooms leading to angel statues. We do need to get 2 of them to pay out, which is why it's kind of low percentage, but still. Another possible outcome would be getting duality in one of our deals with the devil. And, if that happened, we could probably, at that point, all we would need is 2 more deals, which could happen relatively easily. And the bomb's necessary, but it's relatively normal to get that, I would say. I don't know why I'm choosing at this present moment to stutter every time I make a comment, but okay, let's reroll here. We don't want butter. Raw Mega is untanky enough to just be, like, destroyed extremely quickly. What? So there's our deal. It's not duality, and it's kind of garbage. I guess we should have picked it up at least temporarily, but let's see what we get for trinkets here. Mysterious paper. Apparently, I have been told now, mysterious paper gives you a mild chance to actually get the missing poster effect when you die on a sacrifice room. So we could have, in theory, unlocked the Lost on that run in which we had mysterious paper, but it's such a low percentage roll that, like, you would have had to be as stupid as I am to make the attempt. Just leave. This is a cool kind of Lost run. Like, you might be looking at it and saying it's an easy win. And you actually are 100% correct. It is an easy win right now. All I'll say, in spite of... Does the doorstop work in this situation? Like, could we use the doorstop to open the Mega Satan door? I think we've tried that before and it just doesn't work, but... The thing with the Lost is, more than essentially any other character in the game, except maybe the Keeper, anything can happen, right? All it takes is 2 bad rooms for everything to go sour here. Thank you. Thank you for stomping at the proper time. I was really looking for a guppy item here, but looks like we'll be fine regardless. Oh, seems like we might be fine regardless. What a terrible place to stand! How fitting. It's gonna be one of those weeks for Isaac, apparently. Every run's gonna be 20 years long. Okay, well, you know what? Here we go. 22 freaking minutes into the run. We're getting relatively close to some pseudo NLSS times here. Yeah, that would be ideal. You got prefs today? I mean, we have an hour till the NLSS, but I was kind of expecting like a little double tap videos, but I'm not stressing. True friends, one question. Boy, where were you when I was streaking? Now I run the game and my Lost run's peaking. King Northern, everybody wanna leave some angry comments. Bald egg getting no love. So, $3 bill. This is dicey. We're gonna go full Zane here, because we've, like, the run is half tilted to begin with, right? The thing with $3 bill is that we know what we have. Unlike fruitcake or... Is there another one? Maybe it's just fruitcake and $3 bill, but we know what we have in this, so we're able, hopefully, to not cause ourselves to take damage with $3 bill, hopefully. It changes room to room as well. Oh, no, it doesn't change room to room. It changes multiple times within a room. Okay, so anything could happen. Disregard what I said earlier about being in a sense of security. Beat the boss. I heard a penny. We do want that. Cuba meat is fine. Really, I think we got number 1 here. Yeah, then we got number normal. We squandered our best chance. The last run should have been a really, really good chance, but I gotta be honest, really what killed us was standing on the wrong side of that champion Megama. If we had stood on the right side, literally the side to the right of Champion Megama, we would have had way more time to dodge. By the time I realized that, I thought to myself, if you move your way over there, you might not be able to, you know, dodge the attack that comes in. He's right. I was talking to Austin. He said, I don't think there was a Quiplash all of last week, so I think people might be interested to see it. And I said, you know what, Austin? I'm just gonna smile and give you a Vegemite sandwich. Because you are absolutely correct. Excuse me, please, thank you. So we are gonna use our cube of meat violently. Mostly because I'm upset. Upset's not the right word. You know, we as people, but I'm going to speak specifically from a masculine context here because I want to speak from experience. We got to come up with a way to be comfortable expressing our anger, okay? And I'm being honest with you here. To ever admit, as a person, but again, I'm speaking as a man, to ever admit that you're upset is seen as like the greatest possible slight. That's why whenever you actually get upset with somebody and they say, hey, calm down, dude, you take it as the greatest insult. You go, I am calm. I'm trying to be better at that as I get older, expressing, you know, I'm upset right now and this is why. It doesn't, you can be upset and you can be upset without losing control of your emotions, I guess is what I'm trying to get across. Okay, Demon Baby and Maw of the Void. I sort of dig it. Rate of Fire got way worse, by the way, with that, or maybe it didn't actually. Like, to be upset is a genuine emotion or chain of emotions. And we just gloss over it as if, you know, to ever get angry about something is to lose control, and I don't believe that that's the case. I believe that there's a time for productive upsetness, you know? I don't even know where I'm going with that. And it's apropos of essentially nothing at all, but crack it. Not a teleporter. Well, this, out of the 3 runs that we've had, it's good, but it is the worst. Not the worst ever, just the worst for now. Maw of the Void is great, but it does require us to get too close to enemies. Our damage and DPS, they're not really anything to write home about this early. Mostly because I just can't tell. Like, our base stats, I'm a little confused about where they stand right now. Book of Secrets. We should take it, like... I think our rate of fire is genuinely 15, which is not good. And our damage seems to be 6.2, which is really good, but combined with the fact that our rate of fire is essentially slowed by 50%, I think it means that we're not exactly in an incredible situation. But we're going a little bit too fast. I think that's my fatal flaw in this run so far, is that I'm like overcompensating for the fact that the last run went so long. Subconsciously, my brain is going, all right, pick up the pace, pick up the pace, pick up the pace. And the reality is, that's actually slowed us down. Yeah, okay, now we're rolling. I think, again, anything could happen on a lost run, but one good extra deal with the devil here could sell this run all the way down. Brother Bobby Pentagram is not it, but we are in a much better position than we were recently. So I think we're going well here. I mean, we are going well here. If I can get a Tears upgrade, my shot speed could not be... that was probably because we had number 1 there. If we could not kill ourselves with Fire Mind, that would also be good. And get like a genuine bead on Mega Satan somehow. You know what I really want is mapping. I feel like the curse that screwed us the most here is Curse of the Lost, which just keeps leaving me in this position where I'm like, did I go to the item room? Didn't I? This time, well, that's very convenient because we'll know that it's right here. Toxic Shock is actually incredible. Alright, we're starting to hit that critical mass that you can get on runs where, like, we're actually completely set. Like, we're generating more flies than we're spending. And because our flies do so much damage, it's really worth quite a lot. No full run rerolls, please. Wow, that was like... Oh, never mind. It's like, that's the lowest value reroll I've ever had. Until I opened that regular old chest and picked up enough money to purchase, well, I mean, from like a candy store, like 2 pieces of candy. You know, people use like the price of gold or the price of oil or, you know, something along those lines as an indicator of like the cost of living somewhere. I've also heard of like the Big Mac index. You know, the price of a Big Mac where you live is indicative of the cost of living there. I think those are all fairly good metrics. But what about the price of a piece? Oh, this is our chance. to redeem. What about the price of a single piece of Double Bubble and or Bazooka Joe bubblegum? Drowsy's good. Speed is even better. When I was a kid, Double Bubble was just, you know, buy the piece bubblegum. It's chalky. Recipe was probably made in the 1910s, but you know, if you got a quarter in your pocket, there's mapping, by the way. If you got a quarter in your pocket, then that's one way you can keep yourself busy. When I was a kid, it was 2 cents. As a teenager, it went up to 5 cents. I understand where you're coming from. You can't just raise the price of a piece of bubblegum from 2 cents to 3 cents. That seems ridiculous. But also, to more than double the cost of a piece of bubblegum seems quite outrageous. But I mean, like, imagine if next year, you know, the Ford Motor Company was like, surprise, the Fiesta costs 50 grand. You would be like, you're taking liberties with your consumer base. But anyway, I don't know. Are they still 5 cents? They might be a quarter now. Let me Google it here. How much does a piece of Double Bubble cost? No, not a 380 count tub. Oldtimecandy.com says that it's 20 cents, but that's to buy it and then I assume have it shipped. An enormous tub is 4 cents each at Walmart. I don't know if we can find a single piece, to be honest with you. You can get 165 pieces of gum for $5. This is everything wrong with North America. That's too much gum. That's feeding the beast. I'm not saying... I probably chew more gum than the average person outside of a NHL or MLB coach. And by that, I mean perhaps once every month or two, I will buy a package of gum at the store. It's just like... I like gum, but like, it's always the most frivolous purchase that I could conceivably imagine. Like, it's not really food, it's gum. It's not calorie free, but it's like calorie negligible most of the time. And it's like sort of a breath mint, but not really. I mean, like, they always say that it freshens your breath, but you ever talk to somebody and just get like hot mint coming out of their mouth, hitting you right in the face? Like, it's not necessarily... I'm not gonna say that it's unpleasant necessarily, but I will say that I think the breath mint capabilities of gum are maybe a little bit overstated. You know, there's this gum company called Extra. I don't know if they run in the United States of America. But... Hold up. Chariot, yeah. They run these ads, and it is like someone will eat like a piece of broccoli. And then the broccoli will be dressed all sexy. I know it sounds weird. Welcome to Canadian commercials. Or commercials anywhere, I'm sure, but... the broccoli will be dressed all sexy. And then there's an announcer voice in the background goes, "Bad breath isn't sexy." And I'm like, who's complaining about broccoli breath? That doesn't strike me as that bad. I've never been in a situation where I've been like, ooh, this person's breath smells like freaking broccoli. Oh my god, that was scary. We should have teleported out of there. But anyway. Really, essentially, what gum is it's like something that tastes good. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Well, actually, it tastes well. Superman tastes good. Just ask Amy Adams. Anyway, I guess with the way I fall on this is that gum is kind of like a fidget spinner for your mouth. You're just like, I'm bored, and it sort of tastes good. Because you're probably saying, like, what's wrong with buying something that just tastes good? And I feel you. Nothing, really. But I would never go to a grocery store and as I'm checking out be like, oh, I'm gonna buy this thing that's gonna smell good for 30 minutes and then it's gonna smell like nothing at all. Like, that would strike me as a very superficial purchase. But yet when we purchase gum, that doesn't seem to factor into the mindset that often. It's just a strange sort of situation. It's just like edible flavored wax. Sorry, just turning cheat engine on in the background here. So we're on Depths 2. Don't use the Joker yet, because we have a bead on victory here. Somehow this run has become the one that's made it the furthest. I mean, Guppy's head, car battery. Nothing wrong. Waste of a key. Sun. I think we'll just sun ourselves into vision here. Combined with Outbreak, that's like really good. Okay, we got a chance at some greatness here. I think we got a fairly easy win lined up. All I'll say is that we also could still die. Like a single defensive item, and you're gonna say, why not take the Chariot then? Well, because we already got, you know, Hermit, we already got Joker, etc., etc. In fact, what I might do is... Where did Joker go? Oh, it's all the way down there. I might Joker real quick, because odds are we're not going to get a deal with the devil on this floor regardless. So, just come down, grab your Joker, Joker it up. Great setup. I'm not even going to touch Plan C. It can only go badly for me here. Closing in. Incubus is lovely, but we're also closing in on that Guppy Dream. Just wasted yet another key. Screen's getting a little busy. Incubus, we got to watch out, because we might have... Firemind. In fact, we had Firemind right there to cause you some trouble. For example. Stay away from me, please. Varicose Veins. I don't think... It's one of those items... I love it on a normal run. On this run, I'm like... I don't think Varicose Veins actually does anything for us. Because we'll never take damage. It depends on whether it's when you take damage or whether it's when you get hit, but... Either way. I tried to say I'd be there. California. I know he says waiting for. I'm not trying to besmirch the name of Anthony Kiedis, but they do sing about California a lot, I'm just saying. Yeah, we can use Vibrant Bulb, but we don't need to take it yet. Because we are going to Hermit, and we want to be able to buy something on this floor. We've already done boss rushes the Lost. It's a very nice feeling to be ahead of the curve like that. We do want the Polaroid on this one, not that it matters. And, oh, I mean, out of these, I gotta be honest, I wouldn't mind the speed upgrade. The virus is not worth as much. But I think we'll go Explosivo. The damage is worth it most of the time. Really good against bosses. And I think we just donate. Donation machines... always useful. Little deposit of money for the future, but also closing in on $9.99. I think we'll stay at 5 cents. And buy this. And it's just a death card, but... And then we want to go with whatever, and I've forgotten what it was already, but I know it was useful. Whatever our trinket was. What was our trinket? It's better than Rib of Greed, but Rib of Greed had the chance to be more useful temporarily. Yes, okay, Vibrant Bulb. So Vibrant Bulb is actually like a pretty nice stat upgrade. It just does change my muscle memory a little bit for the way that we're supposed to use Guppy's head. So you really only want to use Guppy's head now. When the room is done or almost done, or, you know, every enemy has like an Explosivo shot on them. Wrong kind of floor to use the moon on. Like, despite having mapping, that's gonna happen. From time to time, we're gonna accidentally not use Guppy's head. There we go. That's the kind of meta we're going to try to stick to here. I mean, the fact that we're getting so many battery charges is doing wonders for us. We continue to get Curse of the Lost so dang frequently, though. I think we got a groove now. And really, you might think that it's not worth it. I disagree. Stars and moon. In this case, actually, I think the moon is substantially better and the stars is probably garbage. The one advantage, and I think you could swing this without it coming across as an argument in bad faith, the moon will always take you to the secret room. In theory, the stars could take you to the boss fight, so... Or one room away, for example. So I think there's a very niche, but possibly valid argument that you could get super lucky on a stars card and have it essentially be the Emperor. Most of the time, that's probably not going to work for you. But when it does, you'll look like a dang genius. And in spite of the fact that I feel pretty confident right now, you know, I don't feel safe in the knowledge that at any given moment things could go terribly wrong. I think we're now Guppy. And that makes the run way better, but at the same time it kind of alarms me because, Curse of the Lost, my dude. At the same time, it kind of alarms me because we've got further to fall. Again, it would be disingenuous to sit here and say, like, our run is now worse. All I'm saying is that the consequences for failure are now higher. Alright, that's an ideal room as far as I'm concerned. I think with Guppy, we would rather take Shoop da Whoop. Guppy's head has been a beautiful item, but Shoop da Whoop, we can use it every time it's available without it being deleterious. Probably stop taking damage immediately, because apparently we start with Hive Mind on every room on planet Earth. Sure, Head of the Keeper. I look at Head of the Keeper as like a renewable supply of luck upgrades at this point. Goat Head is essentially a Joker card at this point. I don't know, are we getting more or less advantage out of Dim Bulb? We probably should only use Shoop da Whoop when it's applicable and save it all the other times just to get the advantage of constantly having good stats. Yeah, so I think I originally said, like, hey, our ideal outcome is that we can use it as often as possible. We're kind of in the opposite boat now. I'm like, the ideal outcome is you never use it. Does that make it a better spacebar item? No, it probably makes it a worse spacebar item. Excuse me, our damage did not go up, apparently, when we picked up Little Steven, so what's up with that? You gotta love a Pandora's box. More so than a Shoop da Whoop? Why not? We're going to the cathedral. It's at least interesting. I'm still waiting on... Oh, dude, forget the moon card. Roll Joker here. We got a 100% chance for a deal with the devil, but the Joker card will help us on the next floor. Hey, can you just let me... See, the thing is, like, I'm not worried about this being an hour-long episode. There was a time in my life where, you know, beating Mom took an hour. Those were very much not the days. We have 6 luck already, good God. However, by the way, that's my voice now. I've started to co-opt an accent, if you don't mind. Right, okay. However, Little Miss Muffet. Does anyone even know who Andrew Dice Clay is anymore? He went for that late stage redemption, I remember, but... And gave her a bone of his own. Am I right? It's a living. Andrew Dice Clay was a brash comedian who was insanely popular in the late 1980s and 1990s. His most notable shtick was changing nursery rhymes to be overtly sexual, thereby proving that comedy is essentially just the scientific formula that is familiarity plus vulgarity equals laughter and millions of dollars. Hold Joker. Forget that. This is going to be a good turn of events for us here. I'm sure of it. Joker? I don't think we can. Well, you know what? We can. Because I'm going to use Pandora's Box right now. And then I guess we'll take Void. We got Nun's Habit, which is literally worth nothing. In fact, we should have sucked up Nun's Habit with the Void. Like, I'm not saying that's a better option. I'm saying that's the only good option. Because we're getting nothing of value out of Nun's Habit, if not for that. Now, we are upping our stats. Happy to do so. Via the Existence of Deaths list, which honestly is just proving to be like more and more useful as time goes on. The stronger you are, the more likely you are to enable that item to work in the first place, but when you can get it like rolling, it's really good. I also, believe it or not, hold out a decent amount of hope. I mean, first off, we could kill Delirium on this run. In for a penny, in for a pound. Isaac's heart has appeared in the basement. That means we do have to pick it up at some point. I harbor a decent amount of hope that Isaac's head could show up. And by Isaac's head, I mean Dad's key. So we're just gonna essentially void all of that because as much as you might like to see Ipecac, I'm pretty confident it would straight up get us killed. We're definitely gonna try to unlock the chest stuff. If we can fight Mega Satan, that would be ideal. If Delirium shows up, I think we got a chance. Maybe not a great chance, but a chance. And we have 8 luck, so I'm expecting some items to drop. And if we can get some items to drop, there's a chance that they could be Dad's key. But otherwise, we're probably approaching the end of this one. And to leave this episode with a W would feel real nice. After starting it with 2 L's. Like a Welsh city. Or a Magic the Gathering elf. I think we're out. Very, very fast run, by the way, but a long video. I want to run with the fast win, but a long run time. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.